I'm trying to live the American dream. I'm a young American business owner. I found an amazing opportunity and I'm trying to fulfill that in the market. And this is literally stopping that from happening.
American entrepreneur Camden Haag returned to the U.S. last month with plans to launch a business importing Chinese wine. But just as her first pallet arrived in customs, President Donald Trump's tariffs threatened to derail the entire venture.
I think that the illusion of creating more American jobs here by hampering the ability of us to do business it's just that, it's an illusion.
Trump has slapped additional 34% tariffs on Chinese goods, bringing the total new levies on China this year to 54% and the overall tariff rate up to 74%. In retaliation, China on Friday imposed a slew of countermeasures, including extra levies of 34% on all U.S. goods. The back and forth deepening the already tumultuous trade war between the world's two largest economies.
Like every other political leader, President Xi has to demonstrate very quickly he's not going to get pushed around by an American president. He has to appeal to the domestic audience to show that he wants to maintain China's sovereignty, and he will not allow Americans to push him around.
Other nations are following that notion. One of the UK's largest automotive producers, Jaguar, has announced it's pausing shipments of all vehicles to the US for at least a month as it considers how to mitigate Trump's new 25% levy on all imported cars. The US is the second biggest importer of British-made vehicles after the European Union, which has also fallen subject to Trump's Liberation Day tariffs. Italy, which has a large trade surplus with the U.S., is now facing a 25% general tax. In a stark contradiction to the Trump administration's actions, Elon Musk spoke to an audience of right-wing politicians in Florence Saturday, voicing what he's calling his hopes for freedom of trade between the U.S. and Europe.
I'm hopeful, for example, with the tariffs, that at the end of the day, I hope it is agreed that both Europe and the United States should move, ideally, in my view, to a zero tariff situation, effectively creating a free trade zone between Europe and North America, and also more freedom of people to move between Europe and North America, if they wish. If they wish to work in Europe or wish to work in America, they should be allowed to do so, in my view. So that has certainly been my advice to the president.
Trump did take to his social media platform Truth Social Saturday with a message to Americans feeling the effects of his tariff war with the world. In a statement, the president said China and many other nations have treated the U.S., quote, unsustainably badly. He likened America to a, quote, whipping post and gave advice to his citizens, telling them to, quote, hang tough as he works to make America great again. For City News, I'm Karling Donoghue.